So if you haven't been living under a rock for the past month or so, you've probably noticed that there's a new line of guitars coming out of Solar Guitars, which is owned by famous content creator and YouTuber Ola Englund. And I am a massive fan, and this new line of guitars is called S by Solar. It is supposed to be a more affordable guitar and aimed towards more of the beginner to intermediate class of guitarists. And you know what? There is a ton of hype going on around these guitars, so I figured I'm in the market for a new guitar, so let's go ahead and buy one of these S by Solars and see what it is all about. See if it even holds a candle to other brands like Harley Benton, which is another great affordable brand. So I have my wallet ready. I say let's buy a new guitar. Let's get into it. All right. We are here on the S by Solar page, and I feel like a kid on Christmas morning right now. It's always an exciting time when you're getting a new guitar, and they have a really nice layout here on it. I really like what they've done with it. Looks like they have the different electric guitars, and they have basses as well, which is really cool, but obviously we're here for the guitars. So let's kind of scroll down here. Let's see what we have. We have a little bit of information, Ola talking about it, him demoing some of the stuff. Okay. Cool, let's take a look at some of the guitars, and I'm wondering if we can maybe view all of the inventory. Okay, there we go. That works, perfect. All the different types, we have AB, EB, SB, TB, VB, and the AB bass as well. So we have some pretty nice ones. Let's see, is that the lower scaled guitar? No, I think it's gonna be this one actually, looking at the price point. It's hard to tell from just the picture. So we have black or white, black or white. Oh, there's a red one. Okay, cool. And some of them are coming with Floyd Rose bridges, which I am a huge Floyd Rose fan. I love my Floyd Roses. Ever since I discovered Avenged Sevenfold, it was downhill from there. But that's kind of nice, and very nice blue one actually. I don't mind that, but it's all sold out. Wow, they're going crazy on that. People are loving it so far. This one's kind of a cool one, kind of their take on the whole Telecaster body style. Let's take a look at it. I know it's sold out, but I want to just at least look at it. I love the contrast of the black and white on that. The pick guard is so cool looking. If that was in stock, I would probably go for that. That's pretty sweet. It only has one pickup, one volume knob. Okay, let's take a look at some of the specs here. So it's a 6-string, obviously. 25.5-inch scale length. It is maple neck. It's a bolt-on, of course. Black teakwood for the fretboard material. I don't know if I've heard of black teakwood, but I'm gonna assume it's some sort of unnatural wood. Nickel fret wire. All right, 24 frets, nice. And it's a poplar body material. Custom high output ceramic humbuckers. Yep, and they're gonna be passive, definitely. Well, that's a pretty cool looking guitar. What's the back look like? Oh, you know, I've never had any kind of guitar that resembles a Telecaster or a Fender type guitar. I would definitely go for something like this. This is pretty cool looking. Okay, let's take a look at what other options we have. Typically, I'm more of a 7-string guitar player. No 7-string in the Floyd Rose, unfortunately. Looks like these guys are 7 strings. The white's pretty sweet. Shipping around April 20th of next year. I don't know if I can wait that long. Wow, they're really backed up, huh? Let's take a look at the different specs on this one as well. 26.5-inch scale length, so a little bit longer. Okay, so it's really made for a lot of super downtune, maybe drop G or drop F sharp, something like that. It's a bolt-on as well, and it also has the black teakwood. Yeah, I bet you it is the same humbucker pickups, the ceramic high output. Poplar body material as well. I'm gonna assume that just about all of them are made with poplar and have a maple neck. Other angles here, nice. For 300 bucks, that's not bad. That is not bad. You know, a lot of the bolt-on necks nowadays, they're getting really good about those joints, and where before I would prefer like a neck through or something, really the joints on the bolt-on necks are getting really good to where you have access to those higher frets and it's not going to be an issue whatsoever. Okay, so I don't know if I want to wait for April 20th to get that. So this one doesn't have a date. So I'm assuming they have it in stock. This is the AB4.7C. Carbon black matte. Yeah, it's got a nice matte finish on it. Let's take a look at some of the other angles. You know, guys, this one might be the winner for me. It's also made out of poplar, has the same pickups. I'm gonna assume a lot of the same stuff that we saw on the other 7-string guitar are gonna be on this one. It's just gonna be completely aesthetics that are gonna be changing. All right, I think we found our guitar. Let's go and purchase it. Merry Christmas to me. So not even a week later, this box came in so freaking quick. Actually, I'm really astounded by that because my other Solar guitar took about 2 weeks to come in, but this one came in really freaking quick, especially in the holidays. The S by Solar, the AB4.7C, I believe. Let's go ahead and open up this box and let's see what it's all about. You know, I wasn't sure about the packing method of this because I'm pretty sure it's just one box for the guitar, where usually a lot of other guitars that I've gotten have had 2 boxes and then the main guitar box. But they stapled the hell out of this box, and I think that's pretty awesome, actually. I'm glad that they did this. Let's go ahead and open it up for the reveal. Another box. I guess they did double box this one. Ah, there it is. Okay. I was starting to wonder, actually. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. Looks like we got a guitar cable, got the Allen wrenches, kind of the usual stuff. Looks like a little bit of glue on the volume or tone knob here. That's alright. Let's check the pickup. Pickup's a little wobbly, has a little bit of movement, but, you know, not too bad though. Yeah, this is the Solar AB4.7C. It is the 7-string S by Solar bass model, essentially. This is kind of their main model, the Solar guitars, kind of like what the C1 for Schecter is. I dig it though. So far it's looking pretty good. Actually, it feels really good. The frets feel awesome. I don't see a lot of dings or anything like that on it. Well, I say let's go ahead. I'm gonna let this acclimate for just about 24 hours or so, and then let's actually check this out and see what I think of the overall sound, the overall feel of it as I play, and I'll see you guys there. Alright, it has been about 24 hours or so, and I threw on some brand new strings onto the S by Solar guitar. I chose the Ernie Ball skinny top heavy bottom strings for the 7-string guitars, of course, and I absolutely love these strings. It just has a really nice chunky gauge on the lower strings, but really nice and pliable on the high strings, so it doesn't feel like you're playing on a literal stick. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what my first thoughts are. Okay, you know, so far it actually feels pretty good. I'm really happy with where the frets are. The frets feel nice and smooth. I am not catching. The only issue with the frets that I did find, I actually found when I was restringing the guitar, on about the 17th fret, there's a nice little nick, and it doesn't feel like it's catching at all. And I was worried that it was going to start catching, but doesn't seem to be a problem. Doesn't seem to be a deal breaker to me. It's nothing that we can't fix with a little bit of fret work, honestly. So when I look at the first fret here, and I go ahead and I push down on it, It kind of feels like the nut is just a little bit too high and might need just a little bit of grinding down, because when I go to push on that first fret, typically I go in pretty hard, and actually I like to push down very hard on that fret just to get some nice emphasis on that first fret. And it sounds like I go a little bit sharp with the nut being just a little bit too high. So that's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of filing. That is just fine as well. And then the passive pickups that were marketed as high output pickups, they seem to be not as high output as I was wanting. I even raised the pickup a little bit and still kind of got it to where I go ahead and hit an open chord and it will completely die out within seconds. So it does not have a lot of sustain, a lot of that output in there, and I really had to drive the front of the amplifier that I'm using to really get a great metal tone for myself. So that's another thing that I'm kind of taking away from this. But overall, you know, the guitar feels really good. I think it sounds good when I'm able to get enough output on it, and that is not a problem whatsoever. I can always put an overdrive on it. I can always boost the amplifier just a little bit harder. And then obviously with the Solar guitars, and I'm sure you guys heard this with me playing, the suspension of the strings on the headstock, there's quite a bit of suspension here, and when I'm chugging and when I'm palm muting and whenever I'm doing that stuff, you'll hear that ring of the headstock kind of ringing out, but it's nothing that a fret wrap from like Groove Gear can't fix. It's just something that I've noticed on just about all of my Solar guitars, actually. Even the orange one that I have that I absolutely love, I do have to throw a fret wrap on that guy, and that will take care of the ringing. But so far, you know, this thing sounds pretty awesome. It feels pretty awesome. I'm really digging it. I mean, it's just nice and chunky. Just yeah, I'm very, very pleasantly surprised with it. Everything seems nice and tight. The knobs seem nice and tight, no wiggly knobs or anything like that. So I do plan on doing a full review on this guitar. I really want to jump into the full details of this guitar and get into the nitty gritty of it all. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That will be coming in the very near future, maybe next week or maybe the week after. But I will be getting to a full review. This was just kind of my first impressions on the guitar, but so far I would say they're doing pretty good, honestly. If you guys are interested in checking out S by Solar guitars, I will have the link for that down in the description below. Also, if you are enjoying my videos in any way, shape, or form, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It helps me out a ton here on the channel. And with that being said, my name is Chris with High Impact Audio, and I will see you guys next time.